was a good clap.
That was good.
I grew up a TV sleeper.
Oh, you sleep with it on?
I used to.
You don't anymore.
Sleep with it on, and then when I started dating my ex, she hated it.
Oh.
So that's when I learned. I weaned myself off the
What
V.
would you watch, like Nick at Night and shit?
Growing up?
Yeah, or just like generally, like recently when you used to do it.
So recently, it would be like whatever you're streaming. But like I've really only watched podcasts for the past 3-4 years.
Oh, right.
So it was mostly that.
Yeah.
And then YouTube. We just keep playing
watch
forever.
the
Shout
Happy
out.
Hour. Yeah.
That's right. That's how I boosted my views in the beginning of
You
this.
just put it on loop when you sleep.
Right, before all you foot fetish freaks started watching, I need to boost my views.
Yeah, what's up with the foot stuff? A lot of people.
I don't know.
don't
You
like
got
the
anything?
feet.
What you working with?
Here, let's check it out. Here.
Oh, you're doing it?
Yeah, what do you think? Ooh.
That's 1,000 views.
Yeah. Okay. Sweet.
Wanda's at 3,000 right now.
Really?
Yeah.
He took off his feet.
Took
Or
off
his feet.
One took off his feet.
Yeah,
just
good for him.
completely took them right off.
Well, he's South American. They could do some wild shit down there, you know.
That's right. They're freaks down there. Yeah.
So he was barefoot. And you got like 1,000 views.
3,000.
3,000.
Yeah, but
Holy shit.
Bramante, he was right under him. That's like 2,500 now.
Was he
no feet?
Wow.
Footless pod.
What was the Bramante pool, you think?
I can't tell.
What drew people.
I think he's just got a sharp jawline.
Yeah, he does. He looks
He's
good.
just a cute kid.
You're a good-looking guy, Bramante.
Shout out to him. Thanks for putting me on your show Saturday, and I was pretty drunk. So thank you for that.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
You got to be sometime.
Yeah, it was a good time.
What, the tiny cupboard one?
Did the tiny cover one. Here's the thing.
You're allowed to be drunk on that one, though.
Right. The audience was like, why are you so fucking hammered? I was like, do you know where you are?
Yeah, we're in Bushwick, dude.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call it Bushwick. It's not great.
Brownsville.
It's Brownsville. It's East New York. It's not even on a map.
No, it like, because I live right by the tiny cupboard. It's the perfect intersection where like Ridgewood, Bushwick, Bed-Stuy, East New York, and Brownsville like meet. And tiny cupboard's like that exact intersection. So
Right.
It doesn't exist anywhere.
Yeah,
you know?
it's the new 5 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's
exactly.
the gangs of New York, but if
Except
they're all
just
liberals.
comedians.
It's gangs of New York if they have blue hair.
Yeah, you bit too edgy for these parts, son.
Yeah, no authentic Irish over there, I'll tell you that much.
No, it's all transplants.
Yeah.
Well, I guess there were transplants in gangs in New York too, right? They were immigrants. The original transplants.
The original. Right.
Yeah.
Now they're just trans.
Oh, that was good.
That was fun.
Clip it.
That's good. Well, let me ask you a question about over there. Where do you go food shopping?
Well, I usually go to the Trader Joe's in the East Village because it's cheaper.
Holy fuck.
I know, but I like Trader Joe's. There are grocery stores closer, but Trader Joe's, I save like $15 every time I go just because it's...
Are there supermarkets by you, or are there bodegas where they sell cereal?
We have like some Key Foods type places.
Okay, I can't hate on Key Food. I shopped there for
Key
4
Foods
years
isn't
myself.
bad. No, but the one by us sucks. But a new one literally opened up last week. And I had a couple, like not a full grocery store run, but just a couple of things I needed.
Okay.
So I went in to see how it was. Honestly, it was really fucking nice. It's
Okay.
like brand new.
They got produce?
They got produce, dude. I got spinach while I was
Not
there.
bad.
Yeah, so we finally have like a real, like actually decent grocery store.
Okay.
I went to the grocery store. It's not Key Foods, but it's like one you see around, kind of like Key Foods. It's like a New York chain kind of grocery store. Can't remember the name of it though.
Key Food, but it's around Key Foods?
No, it's around New York City.
Okay,
Like,
it's
just
not
like,
Morton Williams.
No, it's not.
Hmm.
But I went one time and I was in line, and then this like crackhead comes
gonna
in
happen.
and like cut the line, and I was at the front of the line. He cut me. And the lady at the register was like, "No, you're not cutting." She starts pointing at me, and she's like, "You're up." And the guy was like, "You better not fucking do it."
You can't go.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not. I don't intend to." And the lady like refused to serve him because he cut me in line.
Were they behind bulletproof glass?
No.
Wow.
And she was like, "I'm not. You cut. It's his turn." And I was like, "He's fine. I'm not trying to." And then he was like, "You better not fucking do it." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right."
Was this a heavyset black woman?
The lady behind the register?
Yes.
No.
Wow.
She's a Latina lady.
There we go.
Yeah.
Heavyset.
No, not really, honestly.
Thin.
Just incredibly brave.
I was going to say, there's something about a large black or Hispanic woman.
They don't fuck around, dude.
Behind that register, you would think it's like a suit of armor.
Yeah.
They don't fuck around.
And all power to them. I mean, if you're working at like a grocery store in New York, like,
you've had to see some shit.
yeah, you're like, I don't fuck around with bullshit. Like, you're on my time now.
I was in a Lyft and got into the guy's car, and he's like, yeah, last guy I picked up had a bullet wound.
Are you serious?
Swear to God. And I was like, I'll get out of this car.
Yeah, you want to sit in his blood and get the DNA and shit.
And I got a perfect 5-star review on Lyft.
Where were you going?
Yeah, he had a 5-star, this guy.
Really?
Yeah,
I wonder what
the
he gave the
driver.
guy with the bullet wound. Like,
That guy with the
does that
bullet-
lower someone's Uber rating, you think? You go in a car
I would
after
imagine.
getting shot? Yeah, at least you have to pay some sort of like cleanup fee or something, you know?
Yeah, because if you puke in a Lyft,
It's like $200.
yeah, it's like
right?
$200.
You would think bleeding would at least cost as much as throwing.
1,000%.
Yeah, at least.
Right.
Where were you going?
I was going to Tiny Cupboard.
Oh, my neck of the woods.
I
dude.
know, it was this past Saturday.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I also don't know if this guy was just trying to fuck with me or not.
That's pretty. Where did he pick you up?
I went.
You
Where
were
was I?
drinking
I was
before.
at. I was invited to a party
Nice.
for this girl I was interested in. Don't know if I was too drunk for that.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Nothing's gonna happen with that.
No,
but
you blew it. It happens.
Fun fact: Luciano's building also.
Oh, down in downtown Brooklyn.
So I was DTB.
So the guy could have been shot in downtown Brooklyn somewhere, Crown Heights or something.
You would imagine.
And he was like going from like Crown Heights to like downtown Brooklyn rather than being in Bushwick and getting shot.
Right, he was doing the reverse commute.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. He goes into the city after workout.
Well, he wants a good doctor.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I haven't been in Crown Heights too often, but I don't see many hospitals there.
Yeah, I think there's a reason why you're not in Crown Heights, because you'd stick out.
Oh yeah, Crown Heights is kind of gentrifying though. It's like
It's gentrifying.
it's like where people from Bushwick who turned 30 are starting to go to.
Is that right?
Yeah. Like a lot of Brooklyn comics live down there now.
Sounds
There are
miserable.
bars and stuff. It's right. It's near Prospect Park. You know.
Okay.
If you find a nice part of Crown Heights.
Well, that's an
make it happen.
oxymoron, huh?
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah. Well, you're in the Upper East Side now. How's that treating you?
Listen, Upper East Side, it's doing pretty well.
Yeah. You like
All
it?
right.
up here?
But at the end of the day, I'm a Fi-Dye boy.
Yeah.
My heart will never leave
Well,
Fi-Dye.
you've been in like Fi-Dye like the whole time. You've lived in New York, right? Up until
Since
recently?
living in the city, 6 years I was in Fi-Dye.
Wow. Okay.
Now I'm up here.
Same apartment the whole time.
No, 3 apartments
Oh.
throughout my time in the Fi-Dye.
So this is your 4th apartment.
This is currently my 4th apartment.
So neighborhood aside, how do you like this apartment compared to the previous one?
it's a real apartment.
Yeah.
It's a real apartment.
It's a nice apartment. You got some good digs here, man.
I appreciate it. That's what people are telling me. I think you're all being nice. I'll be honest.
It also like reminds me a lot of your old apartment too. Like you
That's
have
another
it
thing
set
people
up
are saying.
pretty similarly. Like
Well, yeah, it's a studio apartment with the same furniture.
yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
There's not much you could do.
The bed was on the same side of the apartment. The couch
True.
was in the middle like this. Pretty similar setup.
Pretty
Like you
similar
said,
setup.
Not much you could do. You're pretty limited.
Yeah, I'm
But-
very limited with what I could do.
Same white walls. You know.
Yeah, I gotta get something
The
going
only
on these
art
walls.
you have is the poster for the podcast in the hallway to the bathroom.
That's right. Shout out to my sister.
Oh, she did that.
She's
for
the
you?
one that got it for me.
You should put it above your bed. Just look at it every night. Just
That's
Rich
what I thought
Apple.
so. But yeah, you bring a girl back and
I have a
she's like,
shrine to myself.
Is that a series of 4 pictures of you?
Fuck yeah, it is, baby.
Damn right it is. My sister gave it to me.
My sister, my ex-girlfriend. You know.
Yeah, no, well, that girl took everything she got from my apartment away.
Oh really?
Oh, yeah.
What all did she buy for it?
So let's break that down. So she, you want me to break down what I got for her first or what she got for me?
Well, what'd she take from the apartment?
So for Christmas one year, she got me this pillow and blanket from Craft and Barrel.
Oh, nice.
If you never saw, there was a tan. It was in a few episodes it made an appearance.
Oh, okay.
Some tan blanket and pillow. Took that. She got, because she needed blackout curtains, so she took the blackout curtains with the rod.
Oh.
About to be 30, lives with her parents, but she needed the
Hey, good
blackout
for
curtains
her,
with the rod.
You know.
Yeah, well, you never left, but I guess you needed that. And then she, you know how you keep like spatulas and like big spoons
Yeah.
and a thing and like a vase-looking thing?
Yeah.
Bought that, took that, and left all my spoons and spatulas
Oh,
on the counter.
dude.
What else did she take? I think that might, off the top of my head, that's all I think she took.
Dude, I had an ex-girlfriend, and when we were dating in college, like, she had shit at my apartment. Because I lived off campus. She lived on campus. She was, like, in a sorority house or something.
All right.
So she kept shit at my apartment.
Wait, where'd you go to school again?
CU Boulder.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
go
right.
Buffs, baby. And she kept shit in my apartment, and then I broke up with her. And then she had some of my clothes and stuff, though. And then a couple weeks later, she was like, let's trade shit back, you know, like I'll get, including like gifts she had gotten for me and stuff.
Yes.
But like she wanted all that back naturally.
Yes.
So we set up a meeting point, and we go to meet, and I give her all her shit
Where'd
back.
you meet?
What?
Where'd you meet?
Oh, the girlfriend? Or where'd we meet, like, to exchange?
To exchange.
Oh, just like a parking lot, like a grocery store parking lot or something.
Okay, so you conducted this like a drug deal.
Publicly business. She brought a friend, I brought a friend,
Did you really?
Yeah.
What is this, a mob?
You never know when
A
it
mob
hits out.
handshake?
Yeah. I think
What
we
the
were
hell
both
is
like,
this?
I don't want to be alone with this person right now.
You both brought silver briefcases? Like, I spent way more on the briefcase than I did
I
on
had
you.
someone on the parking garage across the street just keeping an eye out, walking in, being like walking in, being like, all right, you're clear.
Your buddy had an earpiece in?
Yeah. He's like, Bo, you're good. You know? So
I wrote she was Asian for some reason. It's like, what the hell is this?
So we go to exchange stuff. I bring all her shit, right? And I give it to her, and I'm like, here's all your stuff. And then she's like, thanks. I'm like, where's mine? And she's like, I gave it all away.
No way.
I was like, are you fucking kidding me? You're the one who set this up, and you just wanted to see my face when you told me you got rid of all my shit.
Hold on. What was the time frame between she asking to meet up and the actual meetup?
When she asked to meet up, it was pretty quick. We didn't do that immediately. We probably waited a little longer than we should have to, like, give each other our stuff back.
But what was the... But yeah, how long was that?
Couple weeks, maybe a month, something like that. Maybe 2 months. It was a little while.
So, like, at quick post-breakup, she says, let's meet up to exchange goods
yeah,
back.
maybe like a month later. She's like, let's give each other stuff.
Okay, so when she says that to the time you met with her, what was that?
Maybe like within a day.
That's insane. So she already gave it away.
I'm guessing she'd given it away like immediately and kind of wanted to be like, fuck you a little bit, you know?
That's
like,
exactly what she wanted to do.
yeah, I was so mad. I was like, this is why we fucking broke up. You do shit like this.
Right.
You know?
You're proving my point exactly.
Yeah. Granted, I did break up with her in the best way possible. I admit that. But come on. But
Fill us in on that story.
oh, boy. This one's wild.
All right.
I broke up with her at a party. I know it was bad. I was wasted, and I accidentally said it, and then I was like, oh, we're already here. You know, let's just...
Wait, did you want to break up with her, or you
yeah,
said
no,
it?
I wanted to
okay.
break up with her, and then I kept, like, talking myself out of it, and then I was wasted at a party, and she, like, we were in a fight, and then I said it on accident. Like, I thought it, but I was drunk enough to say it.
That's a very dangerous level of drunk to be.
It was, like, 19-year-old college drunk, you know?
Oh, you're a sophomore.
Sophomore, yeah.
Living off campus.
Living off campus, yeah.
pretty
I
good.
only lived on campus freshman year of college.
That's pretty good.
I know.
Yeah,
Got an
right.
apartment. It was a shitty apartment, but an apartment.
But nevertheless, an apartment.
Not as nice as this bad boy.
Whoa, most places are. But, okay, so that's not bad. 19 at a party?
Yeah, well, we dated for a long time, too. So it was shitty.
Wait, how long?
Since, like, high school. We were, like, dating in high school and shit. Yeah.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah.
You grew up in Texas. You went to Clemson. Then you went to... Did you chase her to Boulder?
No, I went to Auburn, and I hated Auburn.
Right, I'm
and
sorry.
I hated it, and she went to Colorado. And I went and visited it a couple of times. So I was like, this is much more my speed. And you also go here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you went there for her, then you're with her a lot, and you're like, oh, wait, this blows.
Yeah, no, I still loved it. But it was like,
Right,
I was
right.
like, this place is my speed.
You're not.
here, too.
Yeah.
You know?
No, the place is sick. Love the place. You're the problem now.
Yeah. Well, we did the long distance thing for a year and stuff. But I admit, the way we broke up was shitty. It took me a long time to forgive myself for that. But don't give away my stuff, you know? Come on.
No, I know. Listen, at a party? Listen, 19. Well, wait, how long did you date? Year and a half?
No, longer than that. Like 3 years.
Okay, yeah, not great.
No, it was a bad look.
Yeah, it's
For
a bad look. That's a bad look.
It was a bad
That's
look.
a bad look.
I'll admit it. It was a bad look.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not proud of it, but it happened.
Well, listen. Here's the thing: you gotta break up with someone.
Yeah.
You know, and there's no good way to do it.
No, there's not.
You know?
At a party, maybe one of the worst ways to do it, but you know.
Well, not
that's
how I
learned.
would do it.
That's how I learned. You know.
Listen, exactly.
Yeah, it was. Unfortunately, she was in my path of learning for her. You know.
Right. Well,
But-
you know, some people are pawns. I'm sorry, that's the right name in chess, right?
Pawns, they're the
They're
sacrificial.
right.
pieces,
They're the
yeah.
sacrificial.
Yeah.
Right. And then you have rooks, and you have knights, and you have bishops. There's only one queen.
Yeah, and that queen is stand-up comedy.
Oh. I thought you said the queen does stand-up comedy. I was like,
she
name her.
is. She is stand-up comedy. Every decision we've made in our lives has led us to doing stand-up comedy.
Unfortunately,
Look
you're
at
right.
us. Isn't that working out?
This isn't working out at all.
Hey, we're podcasting, though.
Listen, I got a bunch of gay foot fetish people
I just
watching.
showed my feet online. Let me know what you think, by the way.
By the way, you might get a DM. Juan did.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
From a dude?
Yeah, asking to start an OnlyFans for his feet.
How much?
I don't think he discussed price. I
Would
know.
you do it?
I was talking to the lady I'm interested in about this today. She's pushing for me to do it.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't
show
know.
my feet online. I don't give a fuck. How much money am I making? You know, like
Well, this is what she said. She said you should start an OnlyFans, but you're probably going to have to show more than just the foot if you're on OnlyFans.
show the ankle too.
Ooh.
Get a little.
Where does it
Achilles.
end? Comment down.
Yeah,
Where
if-
does it end?
If
the
you're
fetish.
a foot fetish person on OnlyFans, you probably don't want to see everything because then it's like kind of gets rid of the illusion. Like the foot kind of leaves a lot to the imagination. You could build the person
you
out
think?
from the foot. I think so. It's like when like you see like some people like looking at like you know like Victoria's Secret or something more than like Playboy because it leaves a lot to your imagination. Whereas Playboy, there it is. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's like with the foot, you look at a foot, you can build out the person you want to jerk off to or whatever.
Interesting.
That's
Okay.
my theory.
Is this? I've always had this thought. I don't know if this. Like, am I weird? Am I gay for thinking this? Girls might be more attractive with clothes on than without.
Well, you can imagine it. That's exactly what it is.
I always thought I might be gay.
No. I mean, maybe. I mean, if
Well,
you are,
yeah,
good for
but
you.
it's not because of that.
No, it's just the other things. Like you talk about being interested in a girl. That's pretty gay, dude.
I've never really been that interested.
You just want to
Yeah.
lie to her.
Yeah, no, haven't done that.
Rich is figuring something out about himself live on pod. Look at that.
Yep, there you go. But
It's Pride Month. Good for you, man.
that's right. If there's any time to come out,
It's Pride
I'll
Month.
tell you one thing. I'd be booked a hell of a lot more.
Do it. Do it. Good for you. I'll support
Do
you.
you know what the thing is? This is going to be kind of a deep comedy cut, so we could bounce off of it right after.
Yeah.
Girls will say they're bi just to get booked a shit ton. No guy says they're bi to get booked a shit ton. There's a couple, but there's not many.
Yeah, I hadn't really thought of that. I guess that's
Almost every female comic says they're bi, and they've never slept with a woman.
almost every. I don't know if almost every. I mean, there are a lot of bi female.
90% of female comics, I would say, claim to identify as bi, but have never done something with a woman.
Well, I would say of the people who identify as bi, maybe 90%. But I've met a lot of straight female comedians or people who
Ask
say they're
them.
straight.
Do me a favor. Next time you see one,
Ask.
ask how they identify. I guarantee 90% of them will say bi.
Oh, that's fucking interesting. Okay,
There you go. Called it.
We'll bet on this.
We'll bet on this. But back to the ex. So that's what she took from me, and that's what she gave me for the most part.
Yeah.
Compared to what I got her, which was David Yurman bracelet,
Nice.
Tiffany's necklace,
Yeah.
diamond earrings.
Did you take those back?
Nope, never put that on the table.
That was never.
She
an
never
option.
left one of those.
Yeah. You had to go to her parents' house and get it. Yeah.
It's probably still there.
Where? Long Island?
No, Syracuse.
She lived. Oh, was this like a college girlfriend or something?
I met her in college, yeah.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like a girl you were dating like a couple months ago or something.
That's the girl.
Oh, you guys were dating for a long time.
A little over 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
She still lives up there. So you did the long distance thing.
For over 3 years.
How was it?
About 4 years. Not good.
Good on you for getting out of it. The long distance thing is brutal, man.
Well, this is how... I'll tell you how I broke up with her. So,
yeah, let's hear it.
Well, I should have done it like 6-9 months before, but I needed a way out.
Yeah.
We were talking about moving in.
Oh, yeah.
Together.
Yeah.
And so she was like sending me apartments between like 2,800 and 4,000. Like apartments that don't even make any sense.
Yeah.
So I
like
was
what
like,
neighborhoods?
Vidai. Because she works in the World Trade Center.
Oh. Wait, but she lives in
I know. The office is in the World Trade Center. So it would be a 5-minute walk from my apartment there. She still would. So last year, I didn't see her for 5 months straight because she had a test and wouldn't tell me when the test was.
Yeah, you needed to get out of that one, man.
And then just one day was like, because you didn't ask me, I took the test. So that's one aspect of what's going on. There's a ton of aspects.
Yeah.
But what got me out was, so I was like, oh, why don't you let's take your salary, divide it by 40. That's how much you could pay. And we'll just double it and I'll pay that.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, that's none of your business. And I said...
But we're talking about moving in together.
Right. She's like, that's not your business at all. She's like, I'll never tell you what my salary is. I was like, you won't tell your boyfriend in 3 years what your salary is? She's like, no, because that's not your business.
But you're willing to move in with him, but you don't want him to know how much you make.
Right.
Wow.
I was like, but like I'll see the number when we apply for the apartment. And she said, no, because you apply separately, then I apply separately. And then that's how we get the apartment.
Huh.
I was like, oh, you've never applied for an apartment.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you think I'm stupid? And I was like, I think you've never rented an apartment before.
Maybe.
I don't think you just ever rented an apartment. And it's not I don't think. It's I know you haven't.
Yeah.
So like, I'm not living with, if I'm going to sign a lease on Wednesday.
Yeah.
We were laying in bed. I was like, listen, I'm signing a lease on Wednesday. If your name isn't on that lease, this is done. This was like on Thursday. Oh, like 6 days before. And she freaked out. And she's like, are you fucking serious?
Whoa.
And I was like, oh, this is weird.
Yeah.
Like, it's weird but there was a ton of things. She just wouldn't tell me anything about her life. So
yeah, man. Good on you for getting out of that.
Yeah,
one.
fuck this shit.
That's crazy, man.
That's insane.
Wild.
So, and then how she ended up taking her stuff was she was going to her friend who lives in Jersey for a birthday party, which she also didn't tell me about.
Nice.
Went on Saturday. This was Martin Luther King Day weekend. On Sunday morning, she's like, hey, I'm going to come by your apartment, stop out, pick up my stuff to make your move easier. Because she couldn't admit I broke up with her, because that would be an ego blow.
Oh, sure.
Because she's also someone, she had a panic attack. This probably isn't fair, because she's can't defend herself. But
yeah, we need to have
fuck
her
you.
on
You
the
should have you should have a forum of public speaking.
Yeah, get a podcast.
Right, get a podcast. Work 3 years to get gay foot fetish people to watch you.
Yeah, and tell them.
Right, and tell them. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say.
The movie's here.
The movie's here, but I had something else.
It'll come back.
It'll come back.
But
But yeah, so she took her stuff and was like, okay, I'll see you later. I acted completely... This is what I was going to say. She was having a panic attack.
yeah.
This was a few days before I dropped the ultimatum, which honestly, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, like, let's sit down. Let's talk about, like, what's going on. Like, why are we freaking out so much? She's like, oh, I'm not going to tell you. It's not your business. And I was like, okay, well.
I think of myself as a closed-off person, and hearing this, I'm like, I feel pretty good about my ability to communicate.
Oh, yeah, no, she couldn't do that.
That's wild, man.
She was, like, screaming in my apartment, crying. And I was like,
Wow.
what's going on? She's like, oh, I won't tell you. I just want you to know, like, I'm really stressed. And I was like, okay.
You made the right call.
I think I made the right call.
Moving in with her
Yeah.
and stuff. And also, I see what you're doing. You kind of slide the sock off.
So
a
this
little
is
bit,
all
pat the
unintentional. This is what
foot.
got.
I see.
This is what got the. This is what got the
Does the
fellas in.
algorithm read this? Like, if we did the rest of the podcast without acknowledging that we're like kind of taking off our socks, but we're doing it, does the algorithm on YouTube like pick up on that? Like, are you searching on YouTube people showing their feet in a non-sexual way or something, and then the algorithm like kind of picks up, like, oh, Rich like pats his foot and takes off his sock a little bit, or did you start doing that because Juan took off his shoe one time and they were into it?
What I think is going on here, Bo, is that I talked to the great and powerful Tom Luciano about this.
Oh, sure.
Where I think, because I was getting no views, then I put a YouTube short on, and it got me like 100 subscribers.
Wow.
And ever since then, I've gotten like 10 subscribers a week, predominantly from gay foot fetish people.
Why?
I think a part of that 100, there was a couple gay foot fetish people in there, and they put me on some sort of forum.
Oh, sure.
Because now I'm like
Reddit
getting
or
a
something.
steady stream
Stream
of
yeah.
gay foot fetish people.
Okay. Are you a foot guy?
No, and I don't understand a single thing. Apparently, what's going on with the foot fetish thing is that the part of the brain that's attracted or could be attracted to feet is also next to the part of the brain that's just like controls your, like what makes you sexually attractive.
Uh-huh. Or what you're attracted to.
Or what you're attracted to, something like that. Call us in if you're gay.
Yeah, do you think every person with a foot fetish understands the psychology of having a foot fetish?
I would say no.
Yeah.
I would say if you're into feet, you probably just leave it at that.
Yeah.
And you're just like, that's
I don't
what
want to
I'm
ask
into.
questions about
Right.
this.
You're just like, thank God I'm not a pedophile.
And just to be clear, we're not shaming. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for tuning
Right,
in.
thank you
Here,
for coming.
I'll give you a little foot right now, you know.
There you go.
But it is interesting. I do find it a fascinating fetish. So that's why I ask these questions to Rich, who doesn't know, and now I'm telling you that I'm not mocking your fetish, okay?
Next week, I think I'm having the great and powerful Ashley Gavin on the pod.
Ooh.
And she's like, let me come on, take my socks off. And
Oh,
let's
so
see
you've
what
already
happens.
talked about the foot stuff. with
Well,
her.
it's I mean, the comments are there.
Oh, sure, sure.
It's public. So, what I've noticed is every time I have a female on, outside of May, now May's episode is one of she was my most watched for a while.
Uh-huh.
Now she's not even close.
Because it's Juan.
Right, Juan, Bramante. Surprisingly, you know who's the most views?
What?
Dylan Kraus.
Do you take off his shoes?
Nothing. He didn't even show his feet once.
Wow.
It's like 5,000, over 5,000 views on that episode.
That's wild.
Can't tell you why. It was a good episode. Like,
Oh,
it's
I'm not
good,
doubting that,
but it
but-
wasn't.
Just, there was no foot stuff.
There's no feet. It wasn't Yarish talking about how his dad was fucking trash.
Yeah.
You know? That's the greatest episode of all time, episode 128, I think.
Taylor's dad stories are so
Oh my
fucking
God,
funny.
dude. It's insane. It was fun to watch him realize he was garbage.
Yeah. You're basically doing Are You Garbage without saying, without the form, you just kind of guide people to realize it on their own.
Right.
Rather than you telling them. You know?
I feel like there's sex therapists.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm a trash therapist.
Oh,
Where I
totally.
make you realize.
Like some of the stuff
Like
that
you're
I've told
garbage.
you on this podcast, you're like, that's fucking garbage. I'm like, oh yeah, that is pretty nuts.
I talked about today the banana peanut butter mayo.
What kind of reaction did it get?
Well, I was with two black kids, and mayo. Anything with mayo to them is wild. And they were like, "What?" Because I was calling the girl I like garbage because she's from a milk family.
Oh, milk at dinner and stuff?
A milk from dinner family.
When did you stop drinking milk regularly?
I never drank it regularly.
Even as a kid?
That was one of the classy things about my family was we did drink way too much instant iced tea,
Oh, sure, yeah.
but not that much milk was going on.
That's wild.
It would only be when I went to Tommy Anderson's house.
Oh, he was the milk guy?
You went to the Anderson household, chocolate milk, with
You
popcorn.
wouldn't do chocolate milk like at your house?
Love chocolate milk, but we were
I still love chocolate milk, dude. I'll get down.
I don't think anyone's anti-chocolate milk. You know what was a big day for me?
What?
When vanilla milk came out.
Vanilla milk?
Do you remember that?
No.
Nesquik vanilla milk.
Bro, fuck
Dropped.
that shit, dude. I'm good.
Nah, dude.
I'm good on vanilla milk.
Vanilla milk changed my life.
Really?
That was the ayahuasca of a fat adolescent.
What about Yoo-hoo? Do you like
Yoo-hoo?
Yoo-hoo? It's like a
Rarely.
flat egg cream. You know what I mean? It's basically
Okay.
a non-carbonated egg
That's
cream.
not bad.
That's how I describe it in New York, but outside New York, I'm like, it's chocolate water. But, you know.
Chocolate water is also not bad. Yoo-hoo was big. We had a snack shop in our middle and high school.
Yeah.
And you would get, that was a big combo, was a Yahoo.
Yoo-hoo.
Yup. Yoo-hoo and 3 Otis Spunkmeyer cookies.
Oh, the Yahoo was the name of the combo.
No, I'm just,
You just
I
fucked
just
up.
confused the tech company
So, like,
for
chocolate chip cookies?
Otis Spunkmeyer. Yeah. Did you have Otis Spunkmeyer cookies? This might be a Northeast
Kind of like
thing.
a red and white kind of packaging.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've definitely had it, but it wasn't like
That and your Yoo-hoo for $2.
you.
Thank you.
You know what cookies I loved when I was a little kid? Famous Amos.
No.
I
I've
did a-
recently had a conversation about Famous Amos.
I did a report on Amos when I was in 2nd grade. I was a chubby little kid. It was Black History Month, and we got
Oh, are they black?
yeah. The guy, Famous Amos, is a black man.
I thought you
So
were
I
going to
did,
be like,
like-
no.
Not at all.
You did grow up in Texas.
He's British.
As a matter of fact, no. I'm just trying to keep things pure.
He actually called them Famous Amos chocolate chip biscuits.
Are they biscuits or no?
No, they're cookies.
Do they say cookies on the packaging?
Yeah. They're like, I think of them as I think of it as he's like a Southern man. I can't remember, but I did a whole project on him. He was like a real guy.
Famous Amos. Sorry. Famous Amos cookies to me are like airplane cookies.
Sure. Yeah, they're not like soft. They're small. They're kind of like texture. Yeah, they're like Chips Ahoy are probably a better cookie now, in my opinion.
I grew up on Chips Ahoy. What time? Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't mean to cut you off. Finish
No,
your thought.
no, it's good. It's good. I wasn't really going anywhere with it.
Oh, okay. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah, sure.
Your family got Chips Ahoy cookies.
Yeah.
What were you doing? What type of cookie were you getting?
I liked the chewy ones a lot. But honestly, like, I think the non-chewy ones might be better now. When I was a little kid, I liked the chewy ones better. Like, if I'm having, like, a baked cookie, like, I'm actually baking it myself,
Okay.
then I want it a little chewy. A little doughy.
Of course.
But, like, if it's, like, a Chips Ahoy, it's just soft. It's not, like, doughy and kind of, like...
Right. It's just soft.
Yeah,
It's a flaccid cookie.
Yes, exactly. It's like a non-erect chocolate chip cookie, and it's not... which it's good. If you had them right here, I'd be eating a bunch of them. But I think I'd prefer the classic Chips Ahoy now.
Dude, there's something about soft Chips Ahoy. I would take down a sleeve
Oh, dude.
of flaccid Chips Ahoys.
Dude, you know what?
No problem. No milk.
Oh, yeah.
Raw.
That's a good thing about the soft ones. They were better without milk. You get the regular ones.
God.
They're good without milk, but if you have milk with them, they're better. They're
And
better.
I don't know
than
if you remember this Chips Ahoy. My family didn't have enough money for
I
this
think I
type
know
of
which
chips.
ones you're about to say.
You say it.
The one with the Reese's peanut butter cups in it.
I was going to say M&M's.
But
yeah, same
we were thinking
concept.
the same kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't even think we had that.
I've
If we
seen
had
them
it-
with like, it wasn't Reese's peanut butter cups, but it was, like that. But I've definitely seen the M&M's ones more. Those were quite good.
So, yeah, that... You went to someone's house. The Holtzleys always had.
Oh yeah.
The Holtzleys always
So
had the
I
M&M.
only had like one friend I feel like growing up I probably had a couple, but there was one house in particular. It was like when we started smoking pot, we went to his house because it was like the snack house.
Yes.
You know? Like, but
I didn't smoke pot, but I did eat a lot of snacks, so...
yeah, I didn't need pot for snacks, but let me tell you,
No.
when I started smoking pot and would get the munchies, it took snacks to a new level for me for a while.
I should have smoked cigarettes and curbed my appetite.
Oh, dude, yeah.
That's how fat I was. Cigarettes would have helped.
Yeah, for sure. You would have been healthier.
Substantially.
How at your biggest as a kid, how big were you?
320 in high school.
Oh, okay.
Freshman, sophomore year.
You were pretty big. You were bigger than me. I was always like, I existed in like husky territory.
Yeah.
You know, I've gotten in really good shape a couple of times, but every time I'm like, this isn't me, man. I'm a water weight guy. You know what I'm saying? I'm a guy who.
I'm a water weight guy?
You know, I'm not a muscle man. I'm like a guy who eats snacks and shit. Who am I fucking pretending to be there?
You identified as a bloated carcass?
No, I say that more now. You know, I think of that more now. Like, I'm like, I feel like that's what I was put on earth to be physically. You know, just an average man.
Just
like,
bloated.
Maybe not bloated, but someone who just like be like, yeah, I'll fuck around and get a pint of ice cream today. Why not? You know, not like, oh, I'm watching my diet.
You doing pints of ice cream?
I did last night for the first time in a while.
A whole pint?
I'm not proud of it, but yeah.
Well, what type are we talking about?
Ben and Jerry's. I love Ben and Jerry's, but sometimes I think Ben and Jerry's gets a little too nuts. You know, like sometimes I think like they have a little too much going on in their pints.
I thought you were going to say they're too democratic.
Oh no, their politics fine by me. They're like the Netflix and chilled has a lot going on. You know,
I don't know what that is.
It just is like pretzels, peanut butter, chocolate, which on paper should be my favorite flavor of ice cream.
Right.
But I'm not the biggest fan of pretzels and ice cream. I want things to get soggy in the ice cream. When the pretzels are coated in chocolate and then in the ice cream, the pretzels stay the texture of a pretzel, and it's a little too like crunchy for my
And you
ice
don't
cream.
like that.
I'd rather them get a little soggy and have the saltiness
Interesting.
of the pretzel. I'm a big fan of like when the cereal gets a little soggy or something, you know? Like,
say I'm very against this.
Oh.
I'm very against
my
this.
mom told me when she was a kid and she would make a bowl of cereal. I was never as into it like my mom. Like, I wanted to have texture of cereal, you know? But my mom said when she was a kid, she would let it sit for like 15 minutes before she even started eating it. That's where it becomes
so
like
fucking
a
gross to me.
You know what I mean?
That's so fucking gross.
I like it
What
when
type
it's
of
a
cereal
little soggy.
did she say?
Just whatever cereal. Like, probably like sugar kid cereal, you know?
Like my
they were
dad
eating
would
in the
do
60s.
this. Cornflakes and milk. Like, to me, that's the grossest thing on the planet.
Cornflakes?
With milk. And just letting it get soggy.
Well, I mean,
It's like
a
paper
cereal.
mache.
It becomes like a paste, kind of.
That's so gross.
I eat raisin bread for breakfast every day. It gets a little soggy.
But see, no, not with milk. You doing it with the honey clusters?
No, I get the unfun version of like the one without added sugar and stuff. It's just like the bran flakes. It's not as good.
That's not fun.
Like when I was a kid, I used to think I was being healthy and I need a big fucking bowl of like raisin bran with the sunglasses.
That's what
and
I'm
shit.
talking about.
Yeah, totally. That's a great cereal.
That's a Mount Rushmore cereal.
What is your favorite cereal?
We weren't a big cereal house, I will say.
Really?
Because I would
Oh.
have waffles for breakfast every day.
Right, 320 pounds, of course.
Well, and then my mom started making eggs. And that was all right.
How'd you take your eggs?
I'm a scrambled guy.
You're a scrambled guy?
I'm open. Like now that I go, if I'm going out to out to eat, I'll do an eggs Benny. I'll do a sunny side up. I'll do a medium.
I'm an over medium guy.
I'm
I want some
big
yolk,
over
but I
medium
don't
guy.
want it too runny. The runniness
Yes.
of eggs when they're too runny kind of skeezes me out a little.
Places can't do over medium well. Most places.
You got to go to like diners to do over medium. You can't go to like a
Yes.
brunch spot. You got to go to like Waffle House or like just a diner, just like a no frills place. They actually know how to cook a fucking egg. You know, they're
It's-
not like
yes.
about presentation. It's like just put the fucking food on the plate. You know.
A shitty diner makes the best egg, but it's the opposite of a steak. You want to go to a nice steakhouse?
Yeah, I don't get steak from diners. You know.
No, I mean I'm not opposed.
I do it, but I
not
don't. Like
thrilled
if I'm
about
at
it.
what's your go-to diner order?
Diner? I haven't done a dinner diner in a while. Growing up, it was a bacon cheeseburger deluxe
Nice.
from the Celebrity Diner. Shout
Celebrity
out to
diner. Did Billy Joel go there?
Billy Joel might have gone there.
He crashed into it with.
No, there's a separate
Sure.
diner in his neck of the woods that people go to. But, no, yeah, that's big. Like, That would be big. Me and my dad going to the diner. That,
Yeah.
for a working class family, the diner is business.
Diners weren't really a thing in my life till I moved to the Northeast.
It's just not, if you're not from Long Island or North Jersey, it's just not a thing.
Like, we had IHOPs and Waffle Houses and shit like that.
That's not a diner.
Waffle House is legitimately good, but it's not like a diner. It's Waffle House. It's its own thing. IHOP is not good, in my opinion. I would eat it, but I'd seek out a Waffle House if there was one nearby. I wouldn't seek out IHOP, you know?
Yeah, IHOP to me is like a Midwest thing.
If I'm like on a road trip, I'm like, you could do worse than IHOP, you know? But like, if I'm going to Texas or whatever, or Georgia.
But do Waffle House.
I would do Waffle House. If I see a Waffle House, like, that becomes like a necessary stop while I'm in the place as a Waffle
Plus, you get to watch a fight.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I've been at many a Waffle House at 3 a.m. and shit goes wild.
No, it's essentially a pay-per-view.
Yeah, yeah, you're watching
Waffle House is after
amateur
midnight.
UFC.
Right.
It's pretty nuts, dude.
Where IHOP they try to be classy. They're not, but they try to be.
If they like owned their thing a little bit more, what I don't like about IHOP is they get like a little too gimmicky. You know what I mean? They'll do like the like movie partnerships, and they'll do like, we're doing the Avengers pancakes.
Yes.
And it comes with like Iron Man syrup, and it has like all these fucking like Lucky Charms marshmallows in the pancakes and shit. That's where they lose me. You lose me at that.
Let's master the classics first before we start getting fancy.
And if you got just like a stack and like some hash browns and eggs from IHOP, I'm sure they're very good.
My office just catered IHOP.
Wow.
Not
okay.
bad hash browns.
Yeah, you got one on 14th Street.
We do. We have one on 14th Street right there. Right. Let me ask you, what's going on? Because like, if you go upstate to trashy areas, you got Denny's.
Denny's isn't bad. It's not my favorite, but it's a better version of IHOP in my opinion.
It's a hybrid between IHOP and Waffle. I've never been to Waffle House. Let's say this.
You've never been?
When am I going?
Dude, you would fucking love Waffle House.
I'm sure I would love
Waffle House. You would freak out, I think, honestly.
Yeah,
it is so fucking good, dude.
Do you know what? Do you know exactly what I want to do? Can I tell you exactly what I want to do, bud?
What's that?
This is what I want to do. I want to go. I want to do. This might be my bachelor party.
Okay.
Southern style.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Thursday, we do a teen preaching. A teen prayer club or teen Bible study.
Sure. Right. Of course.
Teen
Naturally.
Bible study Thursday.
Uh-huh.
Friday, we're hitting the high school football game.
You need to go to where I grew up, my hometown.
This is what I want to do. That's what we do Friday. Saturday, we're going to the Grove, Oxford, Mississippi.
Oh, dude, you would fucking love the Grove.
We're gonna hit that.
A few times, dude.
We're gonna hit that. Go to an Ole Miss game.
Yeah.
Waffle House after.
Here's the trick: if you go to an Ole Miss game, they have good food in the stadium.
I thought you were gonna say the N-word.
No, they got in the stadium. They do nachos, but they put barbecue pork on top of the nachos.
Yes,
and
they
then
do.
they drizzle barbecue sauce on top.
Yes, they do.
Bro, maybe one of the best stadium foods I've ever had. Oxford, Mississippi. Hottie toddy. There's a great restaurant in Oxford, Mississippi. I think it's I'd have to.
My girlfriend's from there.
My sister.
Oh, your sister went to Ole Miss.
Yeah. There's this great like family style like chicken and dumplings and fried chicken and that kind of shit.
Yes.
You go there before the football game on Friday.
Yes.
Saturday for the tailgate at the Grove, you can reserve a spot in advance. Do that because it packs out. But you'd love the Grove. Get Chick-fil-A breakfast catered.
Well,
the tailgate.
Well, I actually have a plan going on to get to the Grove.
Oh, sure, okay.
My buddy works at CAA.
Oh, right.
I won't say his name because then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But he works at CAA Sports Division.
Yeah.
Works very close with the SEC.
Oh,
He's friends
shit.
with the chairman of the SEC. Where
No
did he
way.
go? Ole Miss. So he said if we ever wanted to go to an Ole Miss game, the chairman would get us tickets and get us situation at the Grove.
Dude.
I might get married just for
to
that
do
bachelor
that.
party, just to go to the Grove.
Yeah, you got to go to the high school football game God, I want to say the restaurant's called Ajax, but I don't think it's called Ajax.
I got time.
But
We can figure it out.
Chicken and dumplings, all that kind of shit. What are you doing at the Grove of the tailgate? What's the tailgate supplies? Like, what do you tailgate?
Oh, I assumed they would just have it. I don't know.
No, you got to bring
What
your
should I
own
know?
shit.
What does that mean?
Like,
I don't know.
It's a tailgate. You reserve a plot. I think you can reserve a plot. You definitely could when my sister was there because we would do it once a year when, like, Auburn played.
Right.
We would go visit my sister, and my parents would, like, set up a tailgate and shit. And we would tailgate in Oxford, Mississippi. It was a fucking blast.
I'm sure.
But you bring your own food and drink and shit. It's not like
I gotta-
University of Mississippi provides you.
No, I understand that, but I would assume I'm going with the crew that's
that would buy it for you because
but like I'll buy like I'll pay.
But what like?
But you would provide the goods.
Right, sure, but like, what's ideal like tailgate food, drinks, and stuff? If
I
you're,
don't know
like,
at Ole Miss. I don't know. You tell me. Crawfish, I would assume, is somewhere in there.
It's kind of more. It's not like
Baton Rouge.
LSU. You know what I
Baton
mean?
Rouge.
They're not like. I mean, it's kind. People are grilling out and shit. It's like that. That's how I remember the food. And the Grove. If you're in the Grove, you're drinking more than you're eating.
Oh, I'm wearing a button-down shirt with a. I want to dress
you're
like
doing the
like
whole
a
thing.
pledge. I want to wear a bow tie, button-down shirt,
Sure.
khakis. Right, that's what I'm trying to do. Croquis.
Yeah. Oh,
The
dude, you gotta
sunglasses?
do croquis, dude.
This is what I'm trying to do, Bo. This
Yeah.
is the bachelor party, and then Sunday we go to a mega church, and then we fly out.
You gotta go to a mega church, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I told you about the mega church I went to, didn't I?
Yes, you
Yeah.
filled me in. You filled me in on the secrets.
Dude, yeah. Dude, you're a southern man who was born in the wrong place geographically.
I was born right. I said this on the last time Jack Finnegan was on. My dream would be to be on like the state championship 1976 Texas football team.
Yeah, like a high school football.
High school football.
Like Dazed and Confused type.
Yes. Remember the Titans are dazed and confused. Remember the Titans is Tennessee. But same concept. I want to be in a place where we're thriving. Our football team's thriving. It's a small town.
Yeah.
There's a bit of racial tension, but it's down for right now because we're going to states.
Yeah, sure.
And I want to pull into a
You'd be
drive-in
like a
place.
great offensive guard in that era. Like you're like an offensive guard or center, but I picture you more as a guard. And you're like the guy
Pulling guard.
You're like exactly. You're like the slightly more athletic guard who can pull, and you're like the guy in Dazed and Confused who tries to convince Randall Pink Floyd from quitting the football team before senior year. You're like, man, we've been working for this for years. We could really win state this year. And you're
Yep.
gonna throw it all away for what? Aerosmith concerts? We could go to state.
I know.
Because a fucking piece of paper. You ever seen that movie?
Yeah. I'm very aware of what you're saying.
You're that guy. You know the guy I'm talking about? The
Yeah.
redheaded guy? That's you.
Yeah. Well, the kid with the long hair, he's the quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're the guy who's like, we can really do it this year. You're going to walk away because we have to sign a fucking contract? Sign the fucking contract.
That's exactly what I was like in high school, dude. But it was Long Island 2010 high school football.
Yeah.
A lot different.
Yeah, dude. Oh, man. Going to, like, high school football in Texas is if you're wanting to make high school football part of it, you got to go to Texas to see it though.
You got it.
Mississippi, I'm sure has great high school football, but Texas, dude, like, because I mean, dude, it's. I was about to say you're going to Austin, but it's the middle of summer. They don't have.
No, I'm gonna catch an OTA.
Dude,
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go to Westlake High School. I'm gonna be like,
Westlake.
I'm here to enroll.
the head coach of Westlake is a guy named Riley Dodge.
How do you know that?
Because he was the quarterback at my high school when I was in 6th grade, and we won state that year. And his dad was the head coach, Todd Dodge, who was... No, Riley Dodge is the coach at Southlake. Todd Dodge now coaches at Westlake, I think. Because Riley Dodge
Interesting.
was like a legend, and then his dad was the coach of Southlake at the time, Todd Dodge, and he got a D1 head coaching job from high school. That
Where?
year, University of North Texas, and got fired very quickly.
The Green Falcons. Or
Yeah,
the Green Wave or
Denton,
something.
Texas, like 45 minutes from, and he did not last very long.
Yeah.
And then I think he went back to high school, and then he coaches around Austin now. And then a couple of years ago, I don't really keep up with the high school football team anymore, But they played each other, father, son, coaching the two teams in the state championship.
Oh,
Dude.
that's the dream. That's the dream.
Yeah, but Riley Dodge, he coached near Austin. I don't think it was Westlake, but it was one of those. And then he moved back to
Lake
where I grew
Travis?
up. Maybe. It might have been slightly smaller, but he won like state, like Division 3A or something. My high school was Division 5A or 4A. Slightly
That's a bigger
division.
one.
Yeah.
5A is the biggest, right?
If I remember correctly. It's been a while. There could be a 6A now. I don't know. Lots of people
Pretty
are moving
cool.
to Texas, you know.
It's pretty cool.
But I think Todd Dodge now coaches at Westlake. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure he does.
I went out with a girl. Only one date. She didn't answer my text. Where she went to Westlake.
Oh, Austin. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Westlake's money too, dude. Like Travis money. Dude, I met a bunch of people from Austin like throughout college and stuff, cuz when you leave Texas and you find Texas people, you guys like find each other. Like it's just like when I meet people from Texas and New York, it's like
Right, it's the Lone Star,
it's
man.
like, right, dude, Texas, you know? But we would go to Austin and see these people sometimes. And like I come from like upper middle class, like new money Dallas suburbs.
Okay.
But Austin's on a lake, and these like
I'm aware.
these people from Austin were like richer, and they all lived on lakes with like boats and shit, and you're like, oh, this you guys are like different down here. You know? That's not all of Austin. That's just the people that I met. Like a level of wealth that I'd only seen in like George Bush, Dallas. You know?
Right. This girl came from money, I could tell, but not that there's anything wrong with it. It's preferred. It would
Yeah.
make my life easier to marry
For
in
sure.
the money, you know, but probably won't happen, you know, just because genetically I think I have to mate with like a nurse or something.
Yeah,
a
someone who's
nurse.
struggling, 70-hour work week.
I just need to be with, I think contractually, because I'm born on Long Island.
Yeah,
I must marry someone in a union. I have to marry a teacher or a nurse. I think
Yeah.
I have to. I must go back and return to the motherland.
yeah, marry someone in a union.
Yeah.
That's so funny, dude.
I must. I'm not happy about it. I will die in a DUI on the Long Island Expressway.
You and Billy Joel. the
That's
two of
right.
you. Yeah.
Even if you're dying of old age, your carcass, they put it in a car and they...
yeah.
You
Just
die in
so
a
they
DUI.
can, like, if it's a slow month for the police and they need to, like, have, like, a certain amount of activity to, like, maintain the staff that they have, they'll just go to a nursing home or hospice and they'll be like, who wants to go out pretty wild, you know?
It's like a Viking funeral.
Yes,
Where
but
they put
Long Island.
right. It's a Long Island funeral. Vikings would put a body in a boat, set it on fire, and throw it into the ocean.
Well, what they do is they cover it in gas, they push it out into the body of water, and then they do the bow and arrow, and the bow is
that's
on
true.
fire. So the Long Island version of this is like they get you drunk to the point of like passing out, and then they just put the car
Put
in
you in
neutral.
the car.
Put the car in neutral. But you agree to this. You're still alive, but they just need to have some activity. Put the car in neutral, put your foot on the gas. You're just going pretty slowly. And then they just start shooting at the gas tank with a gun.
That's how it works.
And then that's a Long Island Viking funeral. What's that called? Like, because it can't be a Long Island Viking funeral. That's too long. Let's look like the 2-word
Garbage.
garbage funeral.
The garbage funeral.
They just drift you off into the sound, you know? And then
Right, playing Piano Man.
they play Piano Man for
And
sure.
then they have your funeral, and afterwards have a nice luncheon
oh, yeah.
at the local Italian restaurant in
At
the back room.
VA. Yeah, like what? Not, I imagine it's not like an Olive Garden or something, right? Like you guys like have
No.
real Italian restaurants. out
Yeah,
there.
what?
Probably pretty good Italian, I'd imagine. Right?
Unbelievable. The best
Yeah.
in the country. What are you talking
Better
about?
than the city.
1,000,000%.
I've only been to Long Island once since I've lived in New York.
No, there's no reason for you to
Farmingdale.
go. Wow, why?
I
Why is
don't
that the
remember.
one place?
But it was in Farmingdale.
Was it for a gig? Was it for when Brendan...
No, it was for a podcast. It was like
What?
It was like Nick Tellelli and Joe Mahoney had a podcast.
Oh, my God.
Like 6 years ago, something like that. This was forever.
Oh, that worked out.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And they recorded in Farmingdale.
Farmingdale's tough.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
like-
not tough. It's a working class town.
It's just
all right.
like nothing going on, you know. It's
Yeah,
just
my
like-
sister goes out there from time to time. They got a place that's called the library, and it's, you know, you swipe your parents' card. They're like, "Oh, how'd you spend
Oh, sure.
150 at the library?"
Every college town has a bar called the library.
right.
For
It's
that
not even a
reason.
college town.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a
How old's
college
your
there,
sister?
but 26.
Your parents like still keep up with where she's spending her money?
No, I'm just saying, like, that's
Oh,
the
sure,
whole
sure.
reason why you.
Would go there when you were young.
Right.
I
That's
see.
the whole selling point.
I see.
They got
I
a place
see.
called the Meatball Shop there.
Probably pretty good.
Not too shabby.
What I like about it too is they're just like, we're the meatball shop. We're not like, there's no frills in the title.
No.
They're just like, we just do meatballs, man. That's what we do.
Right.
You're not coming here for an experience. You're coming here for fucking meatballs. That's it.
Yeah, shut your face.
Yeah, just eat the fucking meatballs.
Right.
And I'm like, yeah, I will happily. These are the best.
Not great service. Don't get my dad started. But hell of a gig they got going on there.
Dads care so much about good service.
Dad. Well, and there's
Don't get me wrong. I want good service, but if the food's good enough, I'm like, yeah, it's worth it. You
But
know?
they're paying the bill.
Yeah, sure.
If I'm paying the bill, I want good service because I'm going to be tipping.
yeah.
So I respect that. I respect that.
That's fair.
That's like when
fair.
a dad's concerned with the thermostat as this is.
How
They're probably
we're-
paying for the heat.
That's true.
So I get it. Or the air conditioning.
That's true. What do you set the AC to in your apartment?
This is currently at 62 degrees.
62?
62 American.
That's
Not
not Celsius.
Fahrenheit.
Celsius, you'd be on fire.
Yes. Celsius would be burning right now. No, I set it for 62. I think it gets down to like 64, 63.
Okay.
That's living.
Dude, there's nothing like when you go to bed and it's like kind of chilly and you like kind of bundle up in the blankets and stuff. That's where I want to be when I go to sleep. If I'm like slightly, like if I'm just like, if I'm comfortable, if I'm existing in my room
Yes.
and I lay down to go to bed, I'm hot. You know, I want it to be kind of cold in my room.
Yes.
Like we have the AC on and I have a little fan that I put in my room and I
Wow,
turn
you
on.
double.
Well, I don't have
What's your electric bill at the end of the month?
not good, but
Yeah.
we also like our apartment's not very energy efficient. I bet if like the city did, you know, they put the letter grades.
Yeah, they put an F on your window.
I'd imagine so on the apartment itself because like we don't run the AC all the fucking time. For me at night it's a non-negotiable. It runs at night.
Non-negotiable, even during the winter.
No,
I know. I just
no.
wanted to see-
I don't need it to be that cold.
Okay.
You know, because it just cold air just kind of gets in regardless.
Right.
You know, and also like, but the reason why I have the fan is because I'm in the room without real windows. Like I have like a window that goes to like an empty alley with a skylight. So it's like I get light in my room, but it doesn't go outside. So like none of the temperature from outside. So my room gets kind of hot. So I bring the little fan in to
Okay.
like help air circulate a little better.
Makes
like I have
sense.
an AC vent in my room, but we don't run it constant. We run it on auto. So we set it to like 68. It hits 68, turns off. It'll go up to like
Right.
69. And it'll
You
turn
guys
back
got
on.
central air?
Yeah.
All right, no supermarkets, but you got central air.
Well, we just got a new supermarket.
Yeah, well, I still need that. Well, I'm not going
The
to check
jury's
it out.
still out. Yeah, I've
jury's
only gotten
still
once.
out on
I got
it.
almond milk and spinach, so we'll see.
God, you're the problem with Brooklyn.
Dude, I mean, I'm lactose intolerant except when I'm eating ice cream. You know?
I'm lactose intolerant instead of when I'm eating a pint of Ben and Jerry's. And can I bring up how I don't like the pretzels to be too crunchy?
What I love is artisanal ice cream, okay?
I'm so shocked you didn't get gelato, you Democrat.
No, it's all ice cream, dude. That's what it's. That's what it is. Again, I'm big on no frills with a lot of my food shit. You know, just be ice cream. I don't care if gelato is more egg yolk or whatever the fuck.
Is that what the difference is?
I think so. I'm not 100%.
That sounds
sure.
right.
It like makes it heavier or something.
Call us in.
Ice cream, best dessert. Why change it? What? And I'll tell you why.
Fill me in.
Ice cream is the best dessert because it makes every other dessert better, and it's good on its own. And you can eat ice cream after any meal.
Okay. I don't hate that explanation.
There's a reason why almost every dessert item has an option for a la mode.
Even though I'm not a huge Alamo guy. I will eat it, but I'm not huge.
Okay, so like you're getting a piece of pie.
Yes.
You don't go a la mode.
I usually won't.
Really?
Just because it's so much going on.
Oh man.
If it came as if you're like, listen, I got you, apple pie a la mode.
It kind of
Here we
depends
go.
on the pie, Like, I don't want it. Like, I was at a diner and they had a key lime pie that they said was really good.
Okay.
So I got that, and I had the option to make it a la mode. But I was
No,
like,
you can't
key
do
lime
that.
pie doesn't need ice cream.
Right.
But I still wanted the ice cream. So what I did was I said, can I get it a la mode, but can I get the ice cream in, like, a separate bowl? So it's, like, on its own. So I can still just eat the ice cream.
Right. You just asked for a scoop of ice cream.
Yes.
Yes. By the way, I'm lactose intolerant.
Except when it comes to ice cream.
Isn't key lime pie, it's a chilled pie, correct?
Yeah.
Usually?
It's when I was a kid, I lived in Miami for a couple years, and one year for my birthday, my dad took me to the Florida Keys for like 3 days so I could go to the source of key lime pie. I was obsessed
That
with key lime
might
pie.
be the trashiest thing I've ever heard in my life.
We ate fried shrimp and key lime pie for dinner every night. But we did like cool shit throughout the day. Like I did the swimming with dolphins thing.
Gotcha.
We went like on a deep sea fishing thing. It was an awesome trip. But
you went there specifically
that was like
for the mecca of key lime pie.
Yeah, I was like, that's where key limes are from, dude. I gotta go.
That's pretty fucking garbage.
But we lived like in South Florida. It was like not that far. It's not like I flew
I'm not
to
arguing.
Miami and rented a car and drove down there.
Yeah.
Although I do that now, I feel like I would like the Florida Keys. If I was to move to Florida,
You would
to the
do
Keys.
very well in the Florida
I'd move
Keys.
to the Keys for sure. That'd
Yeah,
be
dude.
where I'd go in Florida. But I don't want to move back to Florida that bad.
Nah, Florida sucks.
It does. It does. Except the Keys. I would love to go on vacation to the Keys. I'll do a commercial for Visit the Florida Keys or whatever. You know what I mean?
I think they're good.
Yeah, they don't need it. But if you ever do, I'll be the face of it. You know, me and Jimmy Buffett just walking around.
Yeah, him they'll take.
Because he's actually a name.
Do you need an aspiring comedian?
aspiring comedian who fancies himself an aficionado of key limes.
No, you can't. I'm not, yeah. I'm a cake guy.
I do like cake. What kind of cake, though?
I mean, I'm open to all types of cake.
What's your favorite?
Carrot.
Dude.
Or a cheese.
Just like, what kind of cheesecake, though?
Really anything Cheesecake Factory's doing, I'm in.
Cheesecake Factory, they do it right.
They do
They
it
have
right.
a great cheesecake selection.
They have an amazing cheesecake
Oh,
selection.
dude, I love cheesecake, too.
I'm not a big Italian cheesecake guy. I will eat it.
Yeah.
But New York, let me tell you. Go to an Italian bakery, get the New York cheesecake, little whipped cream on top, have a night.
What I like is like a plain New York cheesecake with like some strawberries or something on top,
yes.
and then like the strawberry syrup. You know,
Real strawberry syrup, not any of this bullshit.
not that like
strawberry
Hershey's,
flavor.
like yeah.
Yes, not any of that. I don't want it to be looking like a marble, like a red marble.
Yeah, I don't want it to be
No.
neon red syrup.
Yes.
But you get like good strawberry syrup on top of that. I'm into it.
Just
I
a
also-
reduced sugary concentration of strawberries.
That's fucking good.
Yes.
I also fuck around with like a cookies and cream cheesecake.
That's fine. Cookies and cream is very popular. Me, myself, I consider myself a little more advanced than that.
Sure.
I would like a peanut butter cheesecake.
Ooh, yeah.
A peanut butter cup cheesecake as well.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude.
Yes. A vanilla bean cheesecake.
Ooh, that's
Yes.
fancy, dude. I've never had vanilla bean cheesecake.
They do. They got it at the Cheesecake Factory.
I'd always be going like peanut butter, like cookies and cream, or like
Yes.
strawberry. Those were like the big three for me.
Yes, the holy trinity of cheesecakes.
Yes, yeah.
People will try to get fancy with the red velvet cheesecake. And that's a bit too much. That's selfish.
I love red velvet cake. Red velvet cheesecake is a little too much. And
Yes.
It's just like I'd rather have cheesecake or red velvet cake. I don't want to like a weird mutated child of the two. You know what I mean?
Red velvet cheesecake is like when you see someone like breed a Rottweiler with a pug.
Yeah, something that shouldn't exist.
Yeah,
You're like
kill that.
your existence must be suffering purely.
Yeah.
You know, like,
You can't be comfortable.
but
Like I didn't even know they did this.
what about like but I do love carrot cake, dude. I don't fuck around when it comes to carrot cake. I'm a big fan.
What's up?
Cream cheese frosting.
Yes.
It's the perfect medium. That's what's beautiful about a red velvet cake too. You get the cream cheese frosting.
Yes.
And then when you get a red velvet cheesecake, it's a little too much of a good thing. You know what I mean?
They used to have a fantastic cheesecake right here at Three Little Red Hens.
Oh,
is what
they
it
don't
was
have
called.
it anymore.
Closed during COVID. But
Another one bites the dust.
you want a
dude.
fun fact about Red Velvet that I didn't know? Write this down on your fucking feet, you freaks.
Yeah, let's hear it.
They, you know what the Red Velvet aspect's made of?
What?
Chocolate.
Yeah, it's the same thing as chocolate cake, right? It just looks different.
Yeah, they're like I think it's some sort of cocoa bullshit. But yeah,
Wow.
I didn't know.
That's kind of
Who
nuts.
would have known?
I heard it was a bit bullshit, but I was like, I don't care. It's so pretty when you get like a pretty slice of red velvet cake. You're like, look at it. It looks nice. I'm gonna enjoy this.
It looks nice. I also think Red Velvet's big for chicks.
Yeah,
Chicks
sure.
love red velvet.
It's like the same color red almost as like your comforter. You know, so it's very like
Yes.
romantic looking dessert. You know, it's why restaurants do it on like Valentine's Day. It's very picturesque.
Yes.
You know, so I get it. Like if you want like to look like fancy, like go to a place that has red velvet cake. That white frosting, it looks nice.
But there's one cake that's a professional cake.
What's that?
That's a gentleman's cake.
What's that?
German dark forest cake. Thank you.
So like with the coconut on top?
No coconut.
German dark forest. I don't think I've had
Yeah, a dark forest cake. It's like a double chocolate cake.
It might be a little too much chocolate for me.
No,
chocolate.
It's dense. It's a thick cake.
Yeah.
Keep you warm during the winter cake.
Yeah, you
a
won't
cold
eat for a
German
week
winter.
afterwards. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
The tough winters of Prussia, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's why you feel like storming Russia after eating that cake.
Napoleon's army is coming, and
Yeah.
only one thing will sustain you.
That's like you go to like an old school New Yorker christening.
Oh.
Yes. If they're not Italian, that's what you're getting.
What if they're Italian? What do they have?
You're gonna get an assortment of pastries, which
Still nice.
isn't bad.
I like pastries, and I love sweets. I have a huge sweet tooth. Pastries, I could pass on pastries most of the time.
Yeah. I don't know. Like the move before. How much time do we have? Oh, we went over.
Oh yeah, what are we at?
We're at 106. This flew by.
Hell yeah, dude.
You know what the move used to be? You might have joined us for one or two of these. I'm not sure. You do a climate mic or a team comedy show.
Yeah, okay.
Hit Venereo's a couple blocks up.
Was that where's Venereo's?
It's like 12th and 2nd, 11th and 2nd, something like that. It's still there. They're killing it.
Yeah.
You just go there. You get a couple cannolis,
Ooh.
a couple carrot cakes. Give me a decaf cap. Let's talk some bits out.
Okay, I like it. I do fuck around with cannolis. I do. I never really had
Yes.
until I moved to New York.
Oh,
I was like, oh my god, dude, this shit is nice.
listen,
you know.
Italians, they might be greasy. You know, some people might say they're stupid. Who am I to say?
You're not saying it.
I never said that once. But they know how to make a fucking pastry.
And also just Italian cuisine in general, I think is
A+.
I'd put it on the world stage up there with like my favorite cuisines from
It's a top-notch cuisine.
Yeah,
It's a TKC.
What is your favorite like umbrella of cuisine?
I think just by default, I think you have to do Italian. Growing up, it was Chinese. I was a big Chinese kid.
Oh, I do love Chinese food.
Don't you
man.
love Chinese food?
I do think overall Asia is the best continent of food. Like I know,
Ooh.
I do think my favorite, like if I had
Okay.
to pick, because like obviously that's like saying like Europe and America. Like there's just so much different variety and shit.
Right.
But like, I don't know, man. I love Thai food. I love fucking banh mi's, Vietnamese food. I
do
love
love that.
Chinese food. I love Japanese food.
Sush.
Dude, fucking
Well,
Korean barbecue.
I was about to say.
Dude, are you kidding me, dude? I think if I had to pick one continent of food, it'd be that one.
I know, but I love a gyro.
Oh yeah, sure.
I do love a schnitzel.
Dude, schnitzel's good. Schnitzel is
Love a chicken parm.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Europe is good too. I mean, fuck, man. Like, I even love like fish and chips and like English breakfast. And
Love
shit like
fish
that.
and chips.
Like potatoes. Thank
Yes.
you. You know.
Yes.
Like pasta. I get it, but I don't know. I feel like there's so much variety there. Where like, like the countries of Europe are so much smaller, you know, where it's like kind of, and like American food's just like a different take on European food, I guess, you know.
Right.
Hamburgers and shit. I feel like the only really unique like American food, and I'm probably wrong on this, but just like top of mind is like comfort food, you know,
Of
like
course, Southern
fried chicken.
comfort food.
And I do when I'm in the mood for that, nothing scratches an itch like that kind of food.
Of course.
But if I just ate that all the fucking time, like, I'd feel terrible. You would die.
I hate to tell you, that's what people are doing down there.
But it's
They feel
so
terrible and they're dying.
Fucking good, dude. It is so good.
I love, no, nothing like American comfort food, little Waffle House. I mean, I've never been, but
Dude, you would freak out.
it is a goal of mine. I gotta
it's
get there soon.
It's like, it's right in your fucking wheelhouse. Like, you would lose your shit.
Thrive. I love Cracker Barrel.
Oh,
So I feel like
dude,
really, Waffle House is just Cracker Barrel with fights.
You ever see those things of like the people who like go on road trips just to hit every Cracker Barrel in America?
No.
They're
doing that?
the real Americans. You know what I
Those
mean?
are the real patriots.
Yeah.
They're the real people fighting the good
They-
fight.
They honor the flag, and it's the little Cracker Barrel guy.
Listen. I had nothing. I was trying to think of something quick. I got nothing.
No, I feel like we talked about food for most of that. Food and bad stories about ex-girlfriends. That was a good podcast.
Some people would say that's why they're tuning in.
Yeah,
And for the feet.
Yeah, and feet.
Let's see how many views this gets. I'm going to say in a week, 625.
Ooh, okay.
That's what I'm feeling for
Here,
this
I'll
one.
give you one more before.
Oh! There you go, folks.
Ooh, wiggle them. You see that? Not very good at moving my toes.
Yeah, I
but
know. I try to keep it away from your foot. I
I'll
want to
get-
do it for
when-
the bit, but...
When I get around on OnlyFans, I'll practice.
Right, DM them.
Yeah, get
Bo
me on
Ballew.
OnlyFans. If I get enough DMs, I'll seriously consider it. Also, we do need to figure out how much people want to see on OnlyFans.
Right.
I wouldn't be willing to... I'd let people know, hey, this is Bo and these are my feet. You know,
That's
but
what I said. I
I'm
said...
not gonna get naked on OnlyFans.
I said I would filter, like, the camera where it's just... Like, I do a regular episode, but then I'll cut it for just our feet.
Oh, like put it on, like almost like it's your Patreon, where it's
Right,
just
right,
like-
right.
It's still the conversation and stuff, but it's just like you get some close-ups,
Just
of the feet
foot.
in there. Yeah.
Right. Double
Get a second
camera.
camera.
Yeah. There you go, yeah.
Yeah.
We're on the same page here.
I like it, dude.
Yeah, that's what I don't know. Yeah, she's like, you might have to show more skin than just feet. I was like, what are you talking
some
about,
shorts,
sister?
dude.
Yeah, I'll get some
Yeah,
shorts.
look at this. Is this enough skin? You tell me.
You like this, folks?
Yeah, you like it?
All right. See you next week, Jews.
Bye.